Hi guys, Adam here. In this video, we're going to create a graph that I find to be really beneficial and powerful, where we tie in our injury data with some other metrics that we could actually select. So this could be a potential replacement for this graph here. It's going to be essentially the same thing, and I'm going to show you how to create it. So I already created a part or an area here in my reference sheet called readiness with injury. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything that I have here in our readiness over time graph data area. And I'm going to go down here, just make sure, and I'm going to paste it. Okay, here, let's just expand. Let's make all this gray so that we know that it's all covered. Because this graph is going to be pretty much the same, although it's going to be a little bit different. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add rolling average limited, rolling average out. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a line that helps us identify when someone is injured or not also. So the first thing that we're going to do to get the injury status is we're going to type in injury status here. We're not going to use this in our chart, but we could if we wanted to. And I'm going to do it in two ways. I just want to reintroduce the XLOOKUP formula. We could do it with an index match also. For XLOOKUP, because we've been typically using index match, let's do equals XLOOKUP to actually find easier to use, and you don't have to hold down Control-Shift-Enter or Command-Shift-Enter. So it's asking for a lookup value. Well, we need two values. We need the person's name, and we need this date. So the first thing, I'm going to go into data viz. Whichever person we select here is the person's name. We've done this before. I'm going to lock in the A, lock in the 4, but I'm going to remove the I4. Then I'm going to do and, go to the reference sheet, pick this date. Okay. So we're looking at those two values, comma, and now they're saying, okay, where am I going to find those values to match with? Well, PBL underscore daily name. So where we're going to find the first value, the name, and PBL underscore daily date is where we're going to find the second value, that date. And now, comma, the return array, what do I want in this cell? Well, I want the PBL underscore daily injury status. Okay, close that off. Right, so on this day, whoever I have selected was full. I'm going to copy this. Excuse me. And I'm just going to paste it across all these cells. Notice, this person was out a couple times. And this is really important, okay? I'm going to go and show you this for a second. Make sure that you have Speedy Gonzalez selected on this date, 11/18/2017. The reason for it is because he has data where he's out and he's full and he's limited, okay? If you don't have all three of those things here, then you're going to have a lot of difficulty creating this graph. Okay, so what we're going to do is with this rolling average thing, we want all these to stay here. We need a value in for every single date. This is our first line. What's going to happen is this first line is going to be overwritten kind of by these two lines when values exist in them. So the way that I'm going to do this is using this data that we have here. I'm going to do if formulae. So I'm going to do equals if this cell equals quote limited, then I want this. But if not, comma, I want NA, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, and close parenthesis again. We kind of went over in previous videos for graphing why NAs can be important, and you can watch previous videos to get a better understanding of that. But all you need to know is that you make that formula, you copy it, and you paste it across all these cells here for every date. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing here, except for out. If whatever's in that cell equals quote out, comma, then I want this value here. If not, comma, I want it NA, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, and close it off. Now what you'll notice is when I copy this form, copy it and paste it across. Now, all the times where the person's out, values are here. All the times where the person is limited, values are here. And regardless, values are here. These are the rolling average for whatever the metric is we select over the number of days that we select here. Okay, this is the metric we selected. If we change this, I will. Sleep quality. And I go back here. Now this data is representative of sleep quality. In any case, now let's create our graph. I'm going to go to Insert, Chart. Let's make it a bar chart. Doesn't matter for now. I'm going to right-click, select Data, and I'm going to select all of this data here. I'm not including the injury status, but everything else I am. Click OK. Now we have a bar chart with a bunch of kind of random stuff. I'm going to click on one of the series, right-click, change series chart type. Now I want the day score to be a column, and then I still want my rolling average to be a line. So I'm going to change this rolling average to be a line, change this rolling average limited to be a line, and change this rolling average out to be a line. Click OK. Now what you're going to notice is that one of these lines is a little bit of a different color than the others. I'm going to do this temporarily, and then we're going to undo it, okay? You need at least two items in a row to make the line a different color. So I'm going to change this full here to limited. I'm just going to type it in manually. Click OK. Now this line changed to gray. Now I have three different colors of line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the first line, or I'm going to right-click, Format Data Series, go to Fill, go to Solid Fill, and I'm going to make this line green. This is when the person was full, or in other words, when they were not limited or out. Now this one here, I'm going to click on it. This is when the person was limited. I'm going to make this line, I don't know, orange. Does that look okay? And then this line here, I'm going to make red. The orange is too close to red. Maybe I'm going to make it more of that yellow color. Okay. Now this is important too. I think that this is really beneficial. So let's go over this for a second. If I change this back to full, okay, look what happens to the line. We do have a limited in there, but we can't see it. So just in case someone's limited or out just for one day, I want to know that, and I want to see that, because when I know that, it gives me context to what's going on. I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to set up the markers too. This is where you can identify single days, even if the line color doesn't change. So I'm going to click on this green line, go to Fill, go to Marker, Marker Options, Built in. I'm going to make them all circles. All right, that's a circle. I'll keep the size at 5 for now. I don't really know what it should be. I'm going to go to Solid Fill, and I'm just going to make it that same green color that it was for the line. And maybe there's no border around it. And now what you'll see is that all the areas on the green line have that marker color. Now I'm going to click on this yellow line and do the same thing. Marker Options. Let's go Built in. Let's make it a circle. And you can change the shapes if you want. Doesn't matter to me. Solid Fill. And let's make it the same color that the line is. Those yellow dots. Did I remove the border from that? Oh, and I'm going to remove the border so that it looks the same. Okay, it looks like a fluid line. Now with this red line, I'm going to do the same thing. Marker Options, Built in, make it a circle, Solid Fill, let's make it that red, and let's make no border around those. Now, I'm going to change this back, or I'm going to copy and paste the formula back into this. Copy that, paste it in. Now notice I get a yellow dot, which is great for me. Okay, I don't need the line to be colored. As long as I know that he was limited on this day, that's good enough for me. It still gives me a sense of what's going on injury-wise with whatever the metric is that I have selected here. And the rest of it is just kind of fundamental. It's just tailoring it to look the way that you want it to. I kind of want it to look similar to this, but I know that gold probably isn't a good choice to use there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the data series. I guess this is a good practice. Right click, add data labels. I'm going to format this whole chart to be bands, whatever the band script, I don't know what it's called, BA, band script. Make it all 14. I think that's what it was before. It looks kind of ugly now, but that's okay. I'm going to remove the grid lines by clicking on them and clicking delete. I'm going to remove the chart title because I don't need it. We already have a description up here of what the chart is. And now I'm going to click on the chart and go to no fill. So there's a transparent background. Click on the data labels. Right click on them, format the data labels, and I'm going to put them inside the end of these of the bars. Click on the bars. Let's make the gap width a little bit smaller so the bars are thicker. I think 75 should be okay. Change these. I click on the data labels again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the fill, or not the fill. I'm going to go to the text up here, change them to white. Click on the bars here. Let's make it a solid fill for now. Let's make it black. And then let's do gradient fill off of the, for whatever reason, let's right click on it, fill, gradient. Oh man, it's too light. That's okay. Let's start here. Let's make it a gradient fill. That's at least the way that I want it to look. But within this gradient, if I click off of it, click on the cells, I want to remove the middle. I want this to maybe be actually black. And maybe I want this color to be something darker, like that color. And that's a little bit too dark, maybe a little bit lighter. Cool. Okay, I'm going to copy this chart now. I don't know if it's exactly the way that I want it to look, but I just copied it. Well, let's move it out of the way first. Copy it. Go to my data viz. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this graph. Or you know what? Let me go up here, see if it's still there. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do first? My apologies here. I'm going to copy this graph so I still have it. And I'm going to go to my reference sheet and I'm going to paste it. I'm just going to make it smaller and put it up over here. Just so I have access to it and I know that it exists and I can exchange it. Now I'm going to go down to my other graph, copy it, my data viz, let's delete this one, paste this one in. It still has a border around it, so as long as I have the graph selected, you'll see a border thing here, no line. Now let's make this bigger. Yeah, so what I don't know right now is maybe I want these markers, all these markers to be bigger. I didn't know how it would look like this, but what we can do is we can manipulate it from here if we want. I'm gonna make the markers, actually the green markers are kind of fine. I want to know about the limited and the red markers. So I'm gonna make this marker maybe 8. That's a little bit, maybe 10. I'm gonna make it 10. 10. So these red and yellow markers are gonna be double the size as the other ones. These are gonna be 10. And I'm gonna change the color of this red color to be maybe not as dark of a red, maybe it's more of a bright red. And the line color the same. So line, solid line, let's make it brighter red. Just because I can see it better now. And yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, let's make the green markers also 10. Fine. Okay. So now we have this line, or we have this new graph where we can kind of see an injury status over time. And if I change, let's just try to change some stuff. Let's go up a week. All right, now we kind of still see how the rolling load is affected, and these values here are coinciding with injury status. And we can, likewise, we can kind of select someone else, just like all of our other graphs work. We kind of have a sense for what's going on, injury standpoint. and whatever this metric is that we select. And last house cleaning item that I'm going to go through for this is maybe let's make this a dynamic title. So let's go equals whatever's in this cell and quote performance profile and maybe I do a colon and this date. And again, I'm gonna have to go text before this, whatever that is. Maybe it's MMDD, and I can just do YY, and that should be it. I can do that. Now I got Queen Elsa performance profile for that date, and if I change it to someone else, and there are actually a couple other things that I want to do in this video. They're more just visual oriented, but you might not want to stick around for it, or maybe you will. But I'm going to add, because there's no key here, and adding, if I were to add a legend to this graph, it gets kind of convoluted. I guess I could have it, but I might want to create my own legend, and that'll give you a little bit of insight into using some of these tools, the illustration tools. So let's just do that, and maybe I'll change some colors around, because right now the blue, yellow, there's just a lot going on here. So I guess that the first thing that I'm going to do, let's do a little reorganization here. I'm going to move this up. I'm going to move this up. Move it up here. Wait, I thought it wasn't merged. Or is this what's merged up here? There might be something merged. Oh, that cell is merged. I don't know why. Let's move this up that way. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this over this way, move this up that way, move this, oh, not that. Let's move this over this way. And let's make this white. Let's align that, merge and center. I'm going to make this black, and maybe I'll make this gold. I'm going to make these gold. I've been using a lot of black and gold, so maybe this is like a gold black type of color palette. I honestly don't really know. Even that looks kind of weird. Maybe I just keep all these black, and gold. That's up there. This black. And you know what? Maybe I'll have to do this is maybe I'll move everything down a little bit more. I think I have space. Make these golds then just to fit the theme. Let's fit the theme. I'm not a color guy. I don't really know how colors work, what looks good and what doesn't look good, so I would not trust anything that I'm doing in here color-wise. Now up here, I want to create some conditional logic to say what's going on to a certain extent. So the first is to create my key, I might do this equals this, and then this equals quote rolling, end quote. Look at it up here, it's easier to see. So I'll type up here. Rolling average space quote and rolling average and whatever this is. Let's make it this rolling average that and quote over space quote. So what's going on here? So I'm saying I want to say rolling average, whatever that is, over say this. Oh man, I messed up. That's okay, it still works. And that and quote space days end quote. So I want the rolling average, whatever that is, over whatever that is days, like that. Now it says rolling average confidence over previous, maybe over previous 7 days. So now if I change this to 14, maybe Oops, wrong one, huh? Change this to 14 and change this to something else. Rolling average sleep quality over previous 14 days. Okay, so it looks like it's working. I'm gonna make these 16 or so. Let's put them in the middle of where they're supposed to be. 16 is a little bit big. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough space for what I want over here. Move these over here. What if I format them to the right? Oh, that doesn't work. I'll just keep them over here. Okay. I'm going to say past to make it shorter. Over past 14 days. Now right here, I'm going to add a couple shapes. Okay. First thing, I'm going to go to Insert, Illustrations, Shapes, Box. I put the box in here. Should make the box small. Maybe even skinnier and smaller. I'm going to make the fill black of that box. Shape outline, no outline. I'm going to go to Fill, Gradient Fill, and that looks like kind of the gradient I want, but you want gray to black. If that is black, gray to black. So it is this bar, so we know that that's sleep quality. And then I'm going to insert a illustration shapes line. Put a line in there. Let's make this line, so I can adjust the length of the line up here. Let's make it 0.2. That seems pretty short. I'll use my arrow keys to shift it over here. Maybe I click on the shape outline, the weight. Let's make it a little bit thicker. And let's make the shape outline green because most of it is going to be green. So rolling over, so we have sleep quality, rolling average over the past 14 days. And then maybe here I have full, and then a semicolon. And then I click here. Let me do this. I'm clicking Alt Enter, limited, semicolon, Alt Enter, out. Click Enter. I'm going to move this, hold down this and touch the other cell, merge and center, move it over to the left, put it in the middle. Let's make this 14 also. And then when I go in here, I'm going to highlight full, make it green. I'm going to highlight limited up here, make it whatever the color it was. I think it was that color. I'm going to highlight out, make it that red color. Maybe I bold it all. Now I'm going to insert some more shapes. Insert shape, a circle. Let's insert it here. In future videos, I'm going to do a very shape-oriented dashboard that you could actually make this look really, really sexy, like really cool. It just requires the use of a lot of shapes and a totally different kind of dashboard design. But I'll go through that. Copy that. So I copied the circle, pasted it here, moving it down over by the limited. Let's make it yellow. I'll copy it, paste it down over by the out. Let's make it red. So I kind of have a key here, right? So I know that this is sleep quality, and maybe I say and for space and or no, and for date. No, sleep quality is just fine. I don't need anything else. I'll know what's going on. Okay, so we did a little bit of reorganization. I'm considering whether or not to put this under here too, which would then make the length of everything different. That would, my lazy self is saying don't do it. My non-lazy self is saying just do it. So I'm going to see what happens if I just do it. I'm going to need one, let's see, what am I going to need? I'm going to need one more row. It looks like maybe two more to give it a little bit of space. So I'm move this down 2 rows. 1, 2. Okay. First, I'm going to deal with these slicers. I'm going to go down. I'm going to move them all the way down. Then I thought that I had them locked to this. I thought I had them snapped to shape. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Drag it down. If I can get in the middle of it somewhere there. Break it down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I thought I had, oops, man, I'm messing up a lot. I'm trying to click on the slicer and move it down. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill all this stuff gray. Probably remove the borders on this. So go here, no border. And what's next? So I move this down. I'm gonna have to make all of this gray. Make that gray. And oh yeah, here, I'm just gonna make this bigger. Fine. And now, oh wait, that's not what I want to do. My apologies. Make that smaller. Let's move all of these. I'm highlighting, selecting them all. I'm moving them all down. I'm gonna move these. Unmerge that. Let's move this down 1, 2. Merge it across the center. This is one of the annoying things is whenever you want to move things around, you kind of got to do a little bit of legwork here. I'm going to unmerge this. I'm going to take all this stuff, move it 1, 2 down. I'm going to merge this back up. Oh, wait. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. I can merge it back up there. Let's just copy this. Reference AH10. I got to remember that. I'm going to paste it. Change AH20 to AH10. And now we have readiness and training load. And what I can do here, maybe I'll row height this, make it 10 smaller so that there's less space in between. And I'll bring this down here. I could do the same thing here if I wanted to, row height 10. There's less space in between. But I actually kind of like that amount of space in between those two sections, so that's okay. And now I just need to merge all this stuff. Oh, it already merged. I got to merge this back together. Merge in center, move it left. Let's merge this and center it. Back to the left. And now I got to deal with these. I'm going to go to shape format. When I click on that, align, snap to shape, go to this one, shape format, align, snap to shape, this one, align, snap to shape. Now if I go up, it'll align the way that I want it to, just like the other ones are. Go up on my arrow keys, click on it, go up on my arrow keys. And now, again, I'm going to highlight this whole kind of shebang here, make a big black border around it. And let's do this. I'm going to select all these cells and go up and make them the same color that they were. I think it's that color. Perfect. Maybe we can move these down a little bit more. Oh, I guess they're snapping to shape. That's good. Okay, and I moved trap bar deadlift over here so that I could add a, wow. So I could add a logo here. I don't know. Let me see if I can find a logo. I'll paste it. Paste it in here. Just give me a team logo, whatever. I mean, obviously, I don't have a team, so I'm just picking a logo. Maybe just putting it in. Let's put it here. One real cool thing about Excel is what it allows you to do sometimes is, so if I have this logo here, I can go to picture format, go to corrections, color. Let's make I'm kind of black and gold, so maybe that'll work out. I'll copy that. Let's paste it somewhere else too, where there's a lot of empty space, right in here or something. Right in the middle there. Or maybe let's line it up with the bottom of training load. All right. Now let's just deal with these. Let's make this all white. We don't need to see anything. And here we don't need to see anything. Now I'll zoom back in, and we're done. We're done with that graph. I keep on forgetting this is what we did. We did this graph. This graph is really sweet. And now we have some more conditional logic here to say what the graph says, and we reorganize things a little bit. But I'm pretty comfortable with this, and maybe there'll be some other advancement videos if you guys give me ideas. If not, then I'll probably just keep it as is. So great work on this project, guys, and let's finish it off, just see how it looks. If I go to File, Print, I want to print my selection, portrait, that's fine. It looks pretty good, fits up a lot of the page. We have space underneath if we wanted to add in some more things. This is a pretty comprehensive dashboard, so I think that we're okay for now. But again, thank you guys for watching, and actually want to, and I'll here. Let me just. I want to try one more thing. One more thing. You don't have to. You can leave now. But I'm gonna. Oh, just want to see how this looks. If I change this background to be a yellowish thing, but I know that the numbers will be white if they. For example, if someone has 0 value somewhere, I just gotta find someone with a 0 value. Sleep quality is a bad one. Let's go RPE. If I make these white, yeah, then they'll show up when they're zeros. I like having, because I do want this to be a little bit more colors along the gold theme. Let's make it a really light color, and let's make this that same color. Let's just who's limited at a certain time. I'm just gonna go until I find someone who's limited. Yeah, so that yellow is different enough from that one, and maybe I change this background color to be the same. So now I at least have some consistency. All right, now I'm done. Good job, guys. I'll see you in the next video, maybe. If there is one, give me some ideas. Thanks for watching.